Welcome to the channel. Let's take a look at what UFC fighters and commentators really think about Ariel Helwani.
The only thing I've heard about Ariel, and I've heard it from a million people, does not play well with others. Anybody I know who's ever worked with him does not have nice things to say. Like, remember when he went through the Foxing and Dana banned him? Notice how no one stuck up for him? When none of your peers stick up for you, that's a bad sign.
Oh, Ariel.
Ariel,
yeah. A little bitch. You know what he got mad about? Because I said that he's the kind of guy to hang out with his wife's boyfriend. That actually got him upset. He called me crying.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, because
that chirp.
What, that chirp?
Yeah.
Really? I feel like you'd be the boyfriend.
He's the kind of guy.
You guys are not cool?
I thought we were. He fucking got upset about that.
You were on
a
show
funny
recently,
joke.
no?
Yeah, that was a funny joke.
But you went on his show recently.
And
right?
I think that his biggest numbers when he said it wasn't gonna. Now he's trying to have me back on. I declined it. So.
I feel like when we come on your show, you try to use us as a weapon against the UFC, right? You use your platform, but you try to set us up low key, right?
For real.
With certain questions that fighters you already know. If we have those conversations and what we try to talk about could have us get in trouble with who we work for.
Like what? Give me an example.
There's a lot of things, man. You know better for myself.
See, this is what they were saying. And this is what I'm hearing. Okay, I haven't talked to Ariel, but let me just give you the UFC perspective. The UFC perspective was that there was a mole. They believe that someone was giving Ariel information, and that information he was using to scoop the UFC's official promotions. So the UFC, which is a private company, they don't have to let people in to your business, your private company, to come and report. And so they felt like he was somehow or another getting a hold of this inside information, releasing it, and making them look bad. Now, I get the UFC's perspective that they would want to know who is leaking this secret information, and that they don't want this guy taking that information and then putting it live. Now, from what I understand, the conversation with him was, don't do this, because if you do this, there's only a handful of people that know this information. So we're going to fire everybody, or we're going to fire a bunch of people, and you're going to ruin people's lives.
I feel good. I'm ready to fight, and I don't know. I don't have much to say.
Something against me? Do you not like me, Nick?
I feel like you instigate fights quite a bit.
This is what I was told was a conversation they had with him. After that conversation, he leaked the Brock Lesnar stuff. So that, I don't know if that's true. I would have to talk to Ariel. You'd have to get his opinion. You'd have to get the UFC's opinion. You'd have to get the two of them together to debate whether or not which story was true. But this is the side that you're not hearing. So all you're hearing is the UFC banned him for life, and everybody was upset.
Did Paddy the Baddy ever squash the beef with Ariel Helwani? No, never. Probably never will. He's a piece of shit. I'm probably the worst person to ask about how to deal with conflicts in life, lad, because I just hit them head on. I just start arguing, especially when someone starts it. Can't help it. Just saw that when I bounced that hand sanitizer off that little mushroom's head. He started it, I finished it.
I like Ariel. I think Ariel's a very good reporter. I think he's a very bright guy. I'm good friends with his uncle, Gad Sad, who's full disclosure, awesome, just a brilliant professor in Montreal. I love that guy. So I like Ariel. And the whole thing was bumming me out. I was looking at my Twitter feed. I was like, ah. But there's certain things like this, you got to kind of let the dust settle. So the dust settled. They lifted the ban. I'm very happy with that. But you got to be careful when it comes to... See, here's the thing about this leaking information. People say, he's just doing his job reporting. I get that. I understand that. But you have to realize, this isn't like news that is not going to get out, that's going to affect people's health.
It's like we're trying
to
make an announcement in an hour.
Yeah, this is a private company that is spending millions of dollars to promote these events. So all you're doing is just getting it on you. You're taking... Yeah, go ahead.
Where is it?
So it's right out that door and to the right-hand side. All you're doing, if you're scooping it, is you're shining the attention on yourself.
Cheeto, why the beef with Ariel Helwani?
Who?
What brought that up? What was the story? Usually you're good to all the media.
Yeah. Good situation was when who was it? Matt Mitrione said some stuff about Jenna. He instigated the situation even more. When Ariel Helwani wasn't who he was, when he was begging for people for interviews, I was a guy going outside of the small shows doing interviews with him to give him plugs. And for him to instigate the situation against my girlfriend, it becomes personal. Don't mess with my family. I never forget. I hold grudges like no other. And I'll hold that grudge till the day I die.
So no burying the hatchet?
Nah. For what? Guys like that who just suck off his fighters, become famous, become the next recognition, and you're gonna make fun of a guy who's paved the way for his job to be where he is? Disrespectful, man. It's not cool.
They had a big apology on his show the other day. I actually told you. I know you didn't see it, but they did apologize, both of them.
Yeah, on Mac mentioned he came to me actually here at XS, and he apologized to me, and I said, cool, thank you very much. But I mean, for you guys as press, us fighters, we put our time out. We give you guys what you want to hear, and I open the doors when I'm at Big Bear. Everybody come up. I always open my doors, and I try to do my best to help you guys spread the word, and that's always been my job. But when someone gets personal, gets into my life, and tries to make it more than what it is, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like that. To get more hits on your website, to do that, you made the wrong steps. And like I said, it is what it is.
What I like Ariel for is not him shining the attention on himself. What I like Ariel for is I think he's a very bright guy, and I think he's very insightful when it comes to fights and strategies and things along those lines. So I don't think it's important that he break the news before the UFC does. And I think if the UFC doesn't want him to do that because this is private information in a private company and they're trying to control the press release, I don't buy that that's necessarily like under the guise of journalism. I think it's like there's some, because we're not talking about like, oh, he found out about some horrible thing that happened that someone's covering up, or he found out about corruption in government, or he found out about a person got shot by the police. This is not like that kind of news. They're gonna release it. You're just trying to do it before they do it. And you're finding it, if it's true that there's a mole, you're finding it out through some sort of a sneaky method that these people all sign non-disclosure agreements, and they're all not supposed to release that information because the UFC wanted to make that big, cool announcement. Now, when that big, cool announcement happened at UFC 199, I was working all day. I was doing commentary all day, so I didn't go online, and I wasn't reading any of the MMA sites, so I didn't know that Ariel had already scooped it. So when I saw that promo and I saw Brock Lesnar, "Can you see me now?" I was like, what does that mean? Was this real? Like what? Like that was a real reaction by me. I
didn't either. No one around me knew what was happening. We didn't see the promo.
Right.
Couldn't hear it.
That's what the UFC wanted. They wanted that. And they felt like him releasing that early ruined that for the people that read his article. And I see their point of view. I see their perspective, and I also see their perspective as a private company. Now, people are saying that he's just doing his job and it's just journalism. Folks, this is not hidden information. This is not stuff that wasn't going to come out for sure in a couple hours. He knew it was. Everybody knew it was. So this is a very tricky thing. And it's also, he had apparently scooped Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. He had done that, and that was when, this is again what I'm hearing, when they had a talk with him. They're like, look, if you fucking do this, you're going to ruin people's lives because you're going to get people fired.
He's a victim. He's a crybaby. I don't give a shit what Ariel Helwani thinks.
Fair enough.
Because Ariel Helwani
Helwani's out there, right, and he's posting and he's tweeting. A lot of the time he's posting and tweeting like he's an expert on everything, but he knows nothing. He's putting feelers out there. Ariel also is the type of guy to be calling managers, agents, fighters, coaches, sparring partners, because that's what he wants to do. That's his badge of honor. He likes to break news. If I hear of a situation, I'm not doing investigative journalism, trying to find out, like my life depends on it, and I will risk everything so I can be the one to break it, because who gives a f***, and it's none of your business. Do you know what I mean? What will be. Stay out of it, you prick.
Do you think Ariel Helwani is a weasel, or is he just doing his job?